Good morning. It's Monday. The vlog is 25 minutes. I just started encoding it right now. It's 4:38 a.m. Got the coffee brewing. Go. Gotta get to work. It's gonna be a long week. My brother's on vacation, so I gotta pick up the slack with him being gone. So buckle up. It's funny how I have got into this routine in my mornings. I wake up, first thing I do, sip of water, but I edit the vlog. Get the vlog edited. That's the most critical piece because there's always the encoding time that I literally can't do anything. I shouldn't do anything because I need all power to create that video. So once the video is encoding, that's when I'm doing my other things. I'm making my coffee, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm watching my vlogs, I'm playing Magic, whatever it is I'm doing. And I very much look forward to my coffee now. I've never been a ritual like coffee drinker like in the mornings. It's always been just like when I get around to it, right? Or I'd pour it and sit on the couch, but it wasn't necessarily like, I don't know. Now I look forward to my coffee. I thoroughly look forward to my coffee. I've been out of bed for over an hour now, so it's perfect time for me to drink it. Like I said, 25-minute vlog. It's only just under half encoded. It takes a lot longer to encode when it's that big. Today, we're gonna watch some vlogs.
All right, we're here, Costco. I got 3 places to shop. Using my dad's truck today, not too bad. Just a lot of big items, but not a lot of items. It tends to be the case. It's either a bunch of little items or a handful of big items. Today it's a handful of big items. A full case of bananas, 2 cases of red grapes, piece of cheese, mozzarella cheese, spring mix, t-shirt bags. And now we're picking up some sugar and flour. Now on Depot, bigger list, but again, nothing too crazy. Nothing I can't handle solo. Tiffany just texted me, she's like, I don't want to. And at first I was gonna be like, well, you don't wanna go to the gym, you don't wanna go to work? And then I said, nope, I'm just gonna reply like, that's called a hangover. These motion sensor lights are pretty cool. As I walk by, boom, they turn on.
The size of your order. Our Keep It Cool solutions.
3-minute car wash. We're done with work. It's 3 p.m. Plan on going to the gym as soon as I get home and just bang out my workout. This weekend, getting out of the house with Tiffany, I wrote in my journal for the first time in I don't know how long. I wrote down that I had this like epiphany where I've been saying how forever and ever, Tiff and I have nothing in common. We have no hobbies, nothing that we like to do. And then it clicked after walking around Buckeye. We like to walk around and explore. We like to walk around and explore new areas. We like to explore new places. And it doesn't even mean it doesn't have to be like out of state, out of country, like literally just another city, another town. When I zoom out and I think about Tiff and I's relationship and all the years we've been together, the best moments we've had have been us traveling to some other city and walking around. The very first trip we ever took together was Seattle. Business, travel, out of state. We went to Seattle and it was all expense paid and we did all these cool things and we went from patio to patio, having a drink on every patio, and that's really when I look back and think about. Headed to the gym. It is hot. It's direct sunlight, man. It's just infrared. Back from the gym. Got a protein shake. I'm gonna play a couple hands of Magic until Tiffany gets done. She got to the gym about maybe 10 or 15 minutes after I did, so she's about 15 minutes behind me. So she'll come in and do her same thing. we'll probably shower and then start dinner. Bryce is out. He was doing his senior assassins. It started today. So him and Julio are here getting their water pistols ready. And then he's back out at athletic training, I think at 6, maybe 5:30. Sometimes he goes early to help stretch and ice people before practice. But practice starts at 6, I think. So, and I'm not sure about Sierra. I don't know if she's here or not. I never know.
I can't explain it, I don't know, but she had her bachelor's at Stanford in engineering or something like that. Some type of specific type of engineering.
Quick shower after the protein shake and some magic. Catching up with Sierra on her first day of college. She had 2 classes today, one online and one in person. Loves her biology teacher and thinks she's going to enjoy her math teacher as well. So we'll check in with her each day when she has classes and hear about that. And Mason started today. I'm sure you guys will see. If you Chrissy posted a photo of him. Anyway, dinner time, and we're not making pasta. We're gonna switch it out one more night, and we're gonna clear up some leftovers because as we usually do on the weekends, we cook a lot of food and have a lot of leftovers, and the fridge is just packed with random stuff. Even the kids bring stuff in. Sierra's got some jar of like strawberries and something that she made with her friend Zaria. Leftovers, food, drinks, that sort of thing. So I've got leftover rice, meat, beans, corn, leftover beans, and enchilada sauce. And if I'm still hungry, I got a baked potato and broccoli left over from last night. I threw some cheese, enchilada sauce, and corn on top, and it is delicious. You know what it needs is that guac salsa with the lime. Can't have enough flavors, you know? Where you at? Where you at? Oh yeah. Winding down for the night. Tiffany, I went to the bed to record some video, final thoughts for the night, watch some YouTube videos, and then Tiffany brushed her teeth and climbed into bed, so it kind of ruined that. And I was sitting there kind of contemplating what to do, and I said, you know what, it's only 95 degrees. Let's go for a little stroll before we get too hot. This past weekend really got me excited about the fall and the cooler weather, and really just, you know, I when I talk about weather and Arizona weather specifically, I always defend heat over the cold. And generally speaking, I would rather be hot than cold. That just hasn't changed. However, I do now see, I guess now I can't even say that because it doesn't matter. If it was snowing, I wouldn't be outside either. I wouldn't be walking around in the snow. Would I? I don't know. That's what I was saying. After the Flagstaff trip, we all agreed that we need to make a trip to Flagstaff when there's snow in Flagstaff. Like, go to Flagstaff when it's covered in snow and spend a weekend there and see what it'd be like to, you know, I guess living is kind of an extreme thing to say, but to be in a town covered in snow, where this is what it would be like every weekend if we were out. Because I hate being cold. I don't mind being hot. You know, it's still uncomfortable, but I hate being cold. But like right now, it's 95 degrees. It is warm. If I stand out here for an hour, I will sweat. But I miss the walks and exploring the northwest part of our community up by the mountains. Really just got me excited to, I can't wait to hike. And hike with Tiffany, and or with the kids, and or with, you know, new friends. Like, I'm really going to be more active in finding people to do things with, specifically hiking. Like, I'm going to reach out to my HOA group and see if there's like a hiking you know, community. the community center. There's like poster boards all the time, like getting groups together. Maybe I'll put together a hiking group if there isn't already one. That'd be my number one thing, because that's what I enjoy doing. I thought about, I've talked about this in the past before too, getting my bike out and getting it fixed and tuned and going for bike rides, like long bike rides. This community is built for bikes, so why not? Tiff and I both need new bikes. We were supposed to get new bikes last year and we never did. Not a priority, obviously. Had such a fantastic weekend with Tiffany, just doing simple things, walking around downtown Buckeye, walking around the new parks and new trails in our community up by the mountains. Just got me really excited about hiking, but even more so, like I was talking to Tiffany about after doing Buckeye. I was like, there's so many small little towns and areas that we haven't explored in a long time. That's something I'm looking forward to when the weather's nice, is just picking a city, picking a town, picking an area that either we haven't been to or we haven't been to in a long time, and let's say, hey, let's make a day out of it. Let's just do it like we did with Buckeye. Go to a place for some food, whether it's breakfast or lunch, and then get out and just walk and explore and walk some shops, hit a bar. We talked. Tiffany talked about Sedona actually, and our anniversary is coming up, and so we've already started talking about where we want to go for our anniversary and do something similar to that. I don't know. Something I've been talking about this last year in these vlogs is how I feel like as I've gotten older, more mature, I want less and less. I need less and less. And so this weekend was very simple, very basic, but thoroughly enjoyed it. And that's just kind of where I'm at right now in my life. My brother's on vacation this week and he plans on golfing pretty much every day. He's got a tee time set up almost every day on his vacation with the same group of guys, but different group this one time, this group, a different group this time, 2 guys from this group and a guy from this group. He's mixed matching a little bit. So I'm happy that he's got that. I don't have that, Once upon a time I had dirt bike riding. That fell apart. The group fell apart. Video games. For the last 15 years, video games was my hobby of choice, and I hung out and talked to gamers. And this last year to 2 years, where I've kind of took a big step back from gaming, I've lost touch with those people. GCX being this weekend was a kind of prove that point. Because I haven't been streaming, I'm no longer a full-time content creator, I've lost touch with pretty much everyone in that group, which is nuts when I actually say that out loud. I can confidently say that a large group of them are my actual friends. If I DM'd them right now, if I text some of them right now because I have their numbers, we'd have a conversation. I could be on the phone with them. I've had phone conversations with them. I've met them when they come into Phoenix, come into town. But, it kind of puts in perspective that they were work friends, close coworkers, if you will. And now that I no longer work with them, we don't talk, we don't hang out. So it's like any other hobby, I guess. You have your friends that you do stuff with, your gym buddies, your drinking buddies, your shooting buddies, your whatever, And right now, because I'm not really doing anything, I don't have any buddies to do things with. So I just need to find something, get into it, and then find people to do that with. And I think hiking is going to be that thing for the foreseeable future. But I think I'm going to be actively looking for something to do. I do miss video games though. I do want to play more video games. I just got to retune my brain on how I play video games, and I'm okay with playing video games without being on stream. I think that's the problem. It's like if I can't stream, I don't play games, and that's a problem. Also, as we come out of the summer months and into the cooler weather, business is going to start going up again because all the snowbirds come back into town, and football, and all the holidays, and so work is going to start ramping up. Even though we've been really busy with the move and changing of drivers and stuff like that, it's slow season. So once things start ramping up and we get busy again, I'll be working a lot more and be focusing on growth and new business again. So that'll also consume a lot of my time. Wanted to point out a comment on X today where somebody said my vlogs are boring, that they fall asleep to them. And my initial response was, thanks for the watch time. Because, I mean, if you're falling asleep to my vlogs, it means you're watching the whole thing and even maybe going to the next video. So, cool, you're helping me out. But then they respond back again with saying that they don't even know why they're watching them. The only reason is because of me. I've got that aura. And, you know, I just responded back saying, it's because I'm relatable. Like, I'm just an average dude living an average life. Nothing special, right? It's real. It might be boring, but it's real. And I said, if you're watching it because of me, that means I'm doing something right. So I'll take that as a compliment. Because at the end of the day, that's all I want, is for you to make a connection with me to the point where it doesn't matter what my day is, it doesn't matter what my video is, you still want to check in with me. You still want to pop up this video and be like, what's Clint up to? What'd Clint do today? What's Clint got to say? You know, you're listening to me right now in the background while you're doing something else. You know, maybe you're cooking dinner, maybe you're at the gym, maybe you're cleaning, maybe you're laying on your hammock smoking a joint. You know, whatever it is, thanks for listening. Thanks for, you know, tapping that play button. I appreciate it. It's about as much walking as I can do right now. I'm looking forward to more night walks though, as the temperature's dropping. This becomes the cool part of the day. Can't do those early morning walks anymore because I work too early in the morning, but the evening walks are definitely going to make a return and come back very, very soon. Once the temps get down to, like, you know, the high 80s, it'll be real nice. It'll be real nice. All right, to wrap up the vlog, Sierra started college today. Mason started college today. Bryce started as a senior Assassins, and everyone's happy. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Vlog on.